Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I know y'all seen the title, and no, it isn't clickbait. Although Nicki Minaj didn't specify who she was talking about, it's pretty much clear as day. Now this past week, including last week, has been a roller coaster fuel full of slick subliminals and social media posts between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, which stemmed from the 2023 VMAs that was hosted by Nicki Minaj. We knew it would be a problem when her rival Cardi B, along with her husband Offset, would be present in the building as well, and the cards played exactly how everyone expected it. It first started off when Nicki Minaj's husband Kenneth Petty would be seen on social media making little threats to Offset along with another individual, and it went as far as Kenneth telling Offset that he'll be planning for his funeral instead of a vacation. The other individual will post a screenshot that came from Offset's Instagram account that was a DM asking him where y'all at. Now originally, that's what seemed to start the whole escapade, and it went downhill since then. However, fans would say that Cardi B is the one who also kind of started it after the VMAs would be done, and she would tweet a mysterious post saying, quote, "Didn't even flinch." Fans would assume that Cardi was referring to her and Nicki Minaj being at the VMAs together, and her being nonchalant and not caring or scared, being that they was around each other. Well, after Nicki's husband Kenneth will make threats along with the other individual, Offset will also post himself enjoying life, hopping off a jet, and sending a message that he is unbothered by the drama at hand. Here's where it goes downhill. As of today, social media has found out that due to the threatening videos of Kenneth Petty and his entourage, legal action has been taken against him as he will be ordered in home detention for 120 days. For y'all that don't know, Kenneth is on probation, which is supervised release, where although he's free from jail, technically he's still not free because he still has certain stipulations that he has to abide by, and if he don't, he goes back to jail. Now I'm not sure if it's put into effect because the paperwork surfacing says that it's a petition in which his probation officer must have put it through in hopes of getting it granted by the judge. Here's what the document stated. It said, quote, "Respectfully presenting petition for action of court for cause as follows. Mr. Petty was recorded on video making threatening remarks towards a specific individual while in the company of someone with a criminal record. This recent violation conduct raises concerns over Mr. Petty's willingness to comply with the court's orders. As such, the probation officer believes placement in the location monitoring program would effectively allow for closer monitoring of Mr. Petty's activities, limit his movements, provide a sanction for his non-compliance, and hopefully encourage him to reflect upon and reevaluate his current status in the community. The supervised and defense counsel consent to modification and waive a personal appearance before the court." Now it also stated that the 120 days would include Kenneth will be in a home detention program involving electronic monitoring, a GPS to know his whereabouts at all times, alcohol monitoring to make sure he doesn't drink liquor, and a few other rules permitted. Now for y'all that don't know, probation, where you're being supervised, is one of the worst things in the world. For the simple fact that yes, you're free into the free world, but you are not able to do much like the free people do. You know, sometimes you even have a curfew where you're only allowed to be outside until 9 p.m. and then you have to go back in the house and don't come out, even on your porch sometimes, until the following day, which is kind of crazy, especially if you're a grown man. And if you're caught, you risk going back to jail and serving out your sentence. But anyway, as social media had a field day with that, Nicki Minaj will later clap back and throw some interesting subliminals out there, hinting towards somebody that may have dropped a dime and called Kenneth's probation officer. And if you're wondering how, it's really not hard to file a complaint against someone that's on parole or probation. All you have to do is get their real name and look up some documents that's pretty much already public information on the internet and find out who the parole or probation officer is. And once you get their contact, you file a complaint, they investigate, and then boom, it's up from there. But anyway, Nicki Minaj would take to her Instagram story to address everything that's going on, and she would say, quote, "A child who done nothing to anyone but bring joy. You gonna get the brakes beaten off you. Ain't reading comments, don't give a F about them, so knock yourself out. Show this to them. Write it down, take a picture. Maybe I should give the Barbs another surprise tonight. On 11/17/23, hashtag Pink Friday 2 is coming for you. Try to stop VMAs, what I do? Edit on them, best dress according to Vogue, body cigarette, snippet of hashtag Big Difference, gag the entire live, shy." I guess she meant, child. Y'all know how they talk. "Live from New York for the next month, maybe more, pulling up, love you guys. Hashtag protect black women with a question mark." Then in the next one, she would say, quote, "Can't call the cops every time you flop, just saying." Now, in the next slide, in the final slide, she would say, quote, "Barbs, tomorrow I'm gonna tell y'all who to swat since swatting a home with a baby isn't a felony. Let's go. Hashtag Pink Friday 2, 11/17/23, hashtag Big Difference, hashtag Last Time I Saw You, hashtag Protect Black Woman sometimes, question mark, question mark, question mark." Now, y'all know the shade. Y'all know exactly what she's saying, and she does make a little bit of sense if you know what's going on. Now, let's say this, right? If you're wondering what she meant by the "can't call the cops every time you flop" line, that was a clear shot at Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion's new song, Bongo, as the top hip hop and R&B chart shows that the song didn't even make it to the top 25 and it just came out. Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice is still sitting at number 12 with their song. Now, let's break this down, man. I don't know what's going on within the community of Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and everything, but apparently somebody swatted Nicki Minaj's home twice, right? So that's where the part where she says, "I'm gonna tell y'all who to swat since swatting a home with a baby isn't a felony," is because her house was swatted twice and nobody's doing anything about it. Keep in mind, Nicki Minaj is Nicki Minaj. And whenever you do, send a SWAT or anything, for y'all that don't know what swatting is, pretty much it's calling the cops, making up fake allegations and fake crimes so they could barge and surround people home with guns and all that. And nothing really happened. That's what a lot of kids online do when they get mad at another person. They find their address, they send cops there, and it's just a big inconvenience. Something also happened one time where somebody was swatted and the guy came out and he was shot and he was killed over, pretty much nothing. So swatting is a big thing, and I want to talk about that in a separate video. She released the police audio call where whoever the individual is, she made the call to the police saying that the person had a child in his hands holding a shotgun. He fired the shotgun 5 times with the child in his hand. First of all, it sounds crazy. First and foremost, and for the police to believe that and not look further into it is kind of crazy as well. You would think that they would, especially making claims like that, but it's a lot going on. That's why I want to talk about it in the next video, so y'all stay tuned for that. As of right now, y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all feel about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping, and I'm out.